Good morning, parents, and good morning, grade 3 learners. I hope that it's going very well. It's Monday, and we are here for another math lesson. Remember, you're more than welcome to give me some feedback on these videos. If you feel you need more assistance, please let us know so we can help you. Okay, guys, so you can open your books on page 91. 91. Okay, so it says there, we're going to do more practice. Okay, so again, this time we have Gugu's and Aka's way. Okay, this time we have two other methods. Now, we've already seen Aka's way back here. Can you still remember last week? Here at page 86. We've seen Aka's way and we've done one for Aka. Okay, so now we're going to do more of Aka's way on page 91. Okay, so what do we call these again? Word problems. When they give you a sentence, they give you a problem, and you have to find a solution, an answer for that problem. So there are 69 chickens in one pen. Now remember, a pen is where chickens live. They live inside a pen. That's why they said in the pen. So it's like in the hockey, in Afrikaans we would say. That's where the chickens live. Okay. So there's 69 of them in one pen and 95 in another pen. Okay, so this pen, if I draw it here, there are 69 chickens in there. And then in the next one, we have 95. I know sometimes it really helps you, especially when you do math, to do it visually, to draw what you are reading. It really helps you as well. If you feel like it will help you, then you can get a paper and do the same. Okay, now, how many chickens are there all together? Now, that is the problem. The problem is they don't know how many chickens there are all together. We have now to work out this problem. Okay, so if you look at the sentence, how many chickens are there all together? Now, inside that sentence, like I told you, inside that sentence, there are a word or two words that will help you know what type of sum we are going to do. And what word will help you in this sentence? It will be the word all together. You can circle all together because all together already tells us we want to know everything. So it means we're going to do addition. So it means we're going to plus that pen with that pen to get the final answer. Now, doing this, we're going to have, again, two methods. So they already did it for you. This is the example. Okay, so we have Gugu, Aka. Now, Gugu, can you see? Gugu is the same as Boosie's method. She again took the 69. Let's do it over here so you can see it for yourself, and you can also do it on a separate page. She took the 69 and she again removed the tens and the units from each other. Therefore, 69 and 95. So we have two methods. First, she took all the tens and she added them together. 6 tens is 60 plus 9 tens is 90. Now again, you can make it into a bracket to know. So we're going to get that answer and then we're going to plus that answer with the units. 9 units stays 9. 5 units, it will also stay 5. Okay, That's what she did. So she first got the answer for 60 plus 90. 60 plus 90. Now look here. Why do you think it's 100? Because 60 plus 90 is not 100. Nay, because 6 plus 9 does not give you 10. So what did she do? Now she saw that 60 plus 90 will be more than 100. Because remember, always each number has 100, tens or units. These two only has tens and units. But now she saw, oh, but wait a minute, if you add these two together, it becomes more than 100. So now she separated the hundreds from the tens. That's what she did. Because 60 plus 90 is 150. It was 150. But then she saw, oh, but now we have hundreds here. So now you have to take away the hundreds from the tens. And that is why she said, okay, 100 means it's 100 plus 5 tens means it's 50. That's why it's 100 plus 50. Because she took out the 100. Okay. Then she did the units 9 plus 5 and that equals to 14. But then she realized, if we look at the number 14, what can we see? We can see not only units, because this was actually only supposed to be units, but now because 9 plus 5 is more than 10, it became tens and units. That is why. Now she added those two together again. Plus, and she split the 14 from tens. There's only one 10, so that means it's 10 plus 4. And then she got to a final answer. 150 plus 10 is 160. 160 plus 4 is 164. Okay, so that is her method. So here you're going to use her method, and here you are going to do her method, Gugu's method. Okay, you are allowed to also use the brackets if you feel like it will make it easier for you to get to the final answer. Okay, remember, for these two, you are going to do both methods just to see, because the more you do it, the more you would understand which one is better for you to use. Okay, so that's Gugu's method. Now, ACUDEO. Now, we have done ACUDEO before, but we're going to do it again just to do some revision about that. Okay, so ACUDEO's way. Now, he says here, I subtracted 1. Do you know why? Now, remember, we've done ACUDEO before, but let's just get into it again. Okay, so again, we're using the same two numbers because it's the same problem with different methods of solutions. Okay, you can find different solutions for one problem. That is what makes maths so exciting. There's not always one correct way to get to the answer. So as long as the answer is the same. Okay. So let's see ACUDEO. So again, we have the same two numbers, 69 plus 95. So what did he do? Okay. Now remember, he took this number and he rounded off. Remember, rounding off, you round it off to the nearest 10. Remember, we've done this before. It could either have been you rounded off to a 60 or to 70. But why do you think he chose 70? Because 69 is closer to 70 than it is to 60. So he rounded off to 70. But that means he added 1. That's why he said 70 plus 95 minus 1. Because it's the 1 that he added there. You have to minus it over there. Okay. Then we are still continuing with 70. Now, he removed, look here, 95. So now again, he removed the tens from the units. 9 tens means it's 90 plus 5 units, it stays 5. Still minus the 1 equals 2. Now he did all the tens first. So if you want to do the brackets, you are more than welcome. That will be the units. So 90 plus 70, again, you can always just say 9 plus 7, it's 16, and then you just add the 0. Plus 4 minus 1 is, 5 minus 1 is 4. And then it's easy. 160 plus 4 equals to 164. Okay, so you can see that they both ended with the same answer, but they used different methods to get to that answer. Okay, so at A and B, again, there are 2 word problems. Now you're going to use the 2 methods to get to your final answer. You're going to use Gugu's method this side, and you're going to use Arcos method this side. Okay, so remember when you do the word problems, find you will always find it in this sentence. You will find a word that will tell you whether you're going to do a addition or a subtraction. How much do they collect all together? Which word over there will help you? Circle that word, and then you can write the plus or the minus. At B, how many kilograms of cans do the 2 schools collect all together? Again, find the word in that sentence that will help you understand whether you're going to do an addition or subtraction. Okay, so that's what you're going to do at page 91. Okay guys, page 92. Count and calculate. Okay, now this page is a lot similar to what we have done on last week, Monday. Okay, so I'm just going to explain to you the top and the bottom part. So, at the top part, finding the part right in the missing number. So here you can see this first row, all the answers are 100. So again, it means these 2 numbers should plus together to give you 100. So they already gave you 27. We already know the answer is 100, but we don't know what plus 27 gives you 100. Again, an easy way to do it, you can take 100 minus 27. Remember, biggest number always at the top. And then you do the top and the bottom part. Okay. Remember, if you cannot borrow next door, you go next door. Because when you have 0, when I have nothing, can I take away 7 from it? No, you cannot. So it means you have to go next door. But then you see, oh, but next door also does not have anything. So then you just go next door. So that 1 becomes a 0, and that goes over there. So now this number becomes a 10. So now this number can go and borrow next door. And he only wants 1, so the 10 becomes a 9. And now that one becomes a 10. 10 minus 7, 3. 9 minus 2. If you have 9, then you take away 2, 7. So the missing number over there will then be 73. Okay. And it's easy to check it back as well. So that's an easy way to get to those answers. The same with this row. This time the answer is 200. So what plus what should give you 200? You can use this method. Okay, bottom part of page 92. Subtracting back from 200 to 100. Subtract the numbers in the pink box each time. We have done the first four. We have done this as well. It's that train going all the way. Now remember, here we have 220. 220 jumps to 205, jumps to this one. The pink boxes are the number we are subtracting from 220 to get to 205. But this time they give you the number you have to subtract. So you're going to say 205 minus 5 is 200. 200 minus 10 is 190. You can also use the 200 sheet to count backwards using these numbers. Okay, the last page of the day, page 93, families of 3. So find 3 numbers that add up to the target number. Rule: only one number can end in 0. Let's look at the example for you to understand. Okay, so we have in the middle, we have the target number. That's the target number in the middle. Okay, so just like at the previous page, you had 2 numbers that added up to 100. This time you have 3 numbers that has to add up to 100. That means 60 plus 25 plus 15 equals to 100. So those 3 numbers add up to 100. So that's what you are going to do. You are going to find 3 different numbers that add up. Now remember, you cannot now use these 3 numbers for these 2. It has to be different. Okay. And remember the rule. Only one number can end in 0. So, for example, they started there with 60. So you can either start with 10, you can start with 20, you can start with 30, but don't start with 60 because they've already started with 60. Okay, so only one of these 3 numbers can have a 0 at the end. Okay, so another way you can do it as well, if you want to make it easier for you, you can choose, first do these 2 numbers, but don't let these 2 numbers add up to 100 because that will defeat the purpose. Okay, so what they did was, so they said, let's take 60 and 25. So first do those 2. So 60 plus 25, 6 plus 2 is 8. 0 plus 5 is 85. So now they already know, okay, so we already have 85, but we need to end with 100. So what you can do after that is, you can then on a side do 100 minus 85. Again, 0 cannot take away 5. But we cannot borrow next door, so next door is going to borrow next door. Now 0 can borrow, it becomes a 9. This one becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 equals to 5. 9 minus 8 equals to 1, and 0, 0. So now we know, okay, the third one should be plus 150. Okay, guys, so that's the way you can get to your final answer. Okay, that's how you can play around to see how you can get to the final answer over there. Okay, so that's what you are going to do at this page. There, your target number will be 150, so you have to have 3 numbers that eventually add up together to find 150. Remember the rule, okay? Then at the bottom of page 93, 50 more and 50 less. So write the answers in the second row. So 70 plus 50 is 120. So that's how you're going to do it. This number plus 50 will give you that number. 150 plus 50 will give you an answer. Okay. 81 plus 50. So you're more than welcome again to use the top and bottom method. 81 plus 50. And then you can easily work it out like that. Okay. At the bottom part, it's 50 less. 50 less. So we are going to count in 50 forward and backwards. Okay, so it's 186 minus 50 gave you that. 200 minus 50, get your answer. Again, you can use this method to get to the answers. Okay, so that's it for today. We will see you then again on Wednesday because tomorrow will be a public holiday, so there will be no maths for tomorrow. You can just have a good rest. Okay, guys? See you Wednesday.